All right, we should be live. Live and streaming on Kick, Twitch, and on YouTube. We're looking at the midnight night token launch. Yes, we are live. Just got the notifications. This is good. All right. This is a multi-stream, so hopefully this all goes well. Streaming on multiple different platforms all at the same time. I've got a lot of things open at the moment. So we'll see how this one goes. Now, I know everyone's pretty excited about this midnight token launch. So hopefully we are all good here with the live stream. So let me just check a couple of things here. I wasn't going to do a live stream, but I thought, hey, I'll jump on because there's a lot of chatter on this about the night token at the moment. So we're going to have a look at what's going on. So I'm just checking the live stream on mine. Hey, Werder. Thanks for joining the live stream. Hopefully it's nice there in Germany. If the audio is coming in okay, please let me know. Just give me a message or a thumbs up in the chat. I'll just close down this YouTube control panel. Okay, whoa, here we go. Looks like we're jumping in early here. Oh no, it's right on time. 8 p.m. my time here, local Australia, East Coast. Looks like the price of the token is going up at 10 cents at the moment. So I personally am trying to find an entry point for this. I've loaded up my wallet here on MEXC. Just going to take some screenshots of this. That's right, go hit the record button on my local as well. Just give me 1 second. As we come in, guys, please hit that like, subscribe button on your way in, please. Audio and video is excellent, YouTube. Thank you there for checking that. Crypto Granny, hey, welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here as well. Okay, there we go. All right, everything's recording, everything's working. I've got a vertical stream as well. I don't know where that one's going, but so we hit the record button on the vertical. This is pretty exciting, guys. I haven't seen, I was basically on the Discord server for most of the afternoon, just watching the chatter and talking in and chiming in whenever I can. And the price predictions were all over the place. Like first we saw on, I think OKX at 2 cents, but now it's at 10 cents at the moment. That's pretty nice. The other thing I don't know where things are coming from is, where is this liquidity coming from? I'm assuming this is being seeded from the foundation or something like that, or maybe there was a token allocation for this exchanges. So we'll find out. I'll try and find out. I have to say the chat on Discord is going off at the moment. Like I was saying before, this is probably the first time in ages that I've been on live with a token launch. I haven't tracked or watched a token launch. I haven't really cared in a very long time in regards to what happens with various tokens. But this there's so many eyeballs on it at the moment. I was pretty excited to get in on this one. So at the moment, it's trading a lot higher than I expected. Now, this is also my first time on MEXC trading. I'm still very new to this platform, but I found it quite nice in regards to being able to load it up with crypto, because it's a very crypto focused centralized exchange. So you can load in from any chain and then be able to trade whatever tokens they have listed and then move back out to any chain. So it's not supposed to be on and off ramps or fiat. So if you're just trading things, it's kind of a nice way of going about it. I'm going to load up a couple of other tabs as well and have a look at what and how the other exchanges are going. But if you are jumping into any of these token launches, guys, if you are looking at buying or something like that, please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're jumping in to try and buy some of these night tokens here at the moment. Right, I'm just loading up OKX at the moment. There was a lot of chatter about this one as well. I'm just seeing if it's coming up on the charts yet. No, not yet. A little bit early for that. So click on markets, I believe. Search and go. Now, probably the nice thing about trading on the centralized exchanges is that there usually is more liquidity. It's dropping in price. So the price comparison here, there is an arbitrage opportunity, but I don't think you can take advantage of that at the moment. But one of the nice things about trading on a centralized exchange is that they're all order book style trades, and there's usually a lot more liquidity on there, so you don't need to worry about impermanent loss that you get on decentralized exchanges, price impact, because the way AMM DEXes work. So that looks pretty good. I'm expecting it to sell, drop in price a bit, but it's still holding pretty strong. Like I said, I don't know where all this liquidity is coming from. So tomorrow, when we have a look at this, it may very much differ. Now, one of the other things I wanted to point out at the moment, while we're live watching these prices fluctuate, is that there are a lot of scams at the moment. If you look at CoinMarketCap, if you look at this and then look up night, it's a bit ridiculous. Let me just pull this up. There we go. Now this is pulling in data from all over the place. I don't know where it's getting the information from, but you can also see, let me just zoom out a bit. Here we go. It's pulling in Uniswap from Binance Smart Chain and all these other weird sources. So it doesn't exist on any of these other chains yet. It hasn't been wrapped or moved over, so I don't know why or how this is getting in here. The CoinMarketCap's a little bit crazy at the moment with some of its data and its sources and all these weird pools. So just be careful with this, guys. If you're trading on any platform, make sure you are trading the actual correct token itself. So I believe all of these are fake. I don't think any of these are real. I don't think it's trading on Binance Alpha yet either. I heard it's only doing the airdrop, if I read that correctly. So very, very strange information going out on CoinMarketCap. How is MEXC going? All right, so we're seeing some movement here on the order book. Now I've got it really zoomed out, so I can't really see this too well. Screen, here we go. This is, I've also got the futures opened as well. So this is how the futures are trading. So this was opened at the same time. So where's it? 0.3 cents on the futures. And back over onto the spot trading, it's at 10 cents. So futures is probably where the price of this is all going to go. And this is where everyone's doing longs and shorts on the actual token itself. That's pretty exciting to watch. I'm just going to take a screenshot of this and then dump it into the Discord server as well. If you're not on the midnight Discord server, I highly recommend that you jump in. There's a lot of chatter in there at the moment. How's the live stream going here? Does anyone have any of these yet? No, I don't think anyone has any night tokens unless you've just bought it for the historic value here. To be one of the very first to hold some night tokens on the centralized exchange. Maybe I'll buy one. Buy USDT amount, one night token. Minimum order, one USDT amount. Okay, so I got to go price. Mark. Okay, sorry, that wrong. Well, I don't understand what's going on here with MEXC. I can't just buy one USD worth. Can someone tell me in the chat what I'm doing wrong here? Like I said, I haven't used this platform before, so just seeing this is a little bit odd. I'm so used to decentralized exchanges. Speaking of which, I want to see what Minswap is doing at the moment and how that's going. If they got the liquidity at the same time as all the centralized exchanges, because I know they said that they were going to list Night Token on launch. I don't know if they are, and oddly enough, their website is not loading. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look here, market, see if it's actually here as well. Their site is slow. There's probably a lot of eyeballs on this at the moment. I can't even click on the search. Geez, that's crazy. Minswap is shitting the bed. I'm trying to see if it is listed there. Yeah, I think everyone's hitting their servers at the moment. Minswap is not looking happy at the moment to load in all that data. Dr. Spock, buy at least 10. Is that on a MEXC? Let me try this. 10. I feel like I'm wasting my money here buying 10 USD worth of 9. The order price should not be greater than 0.1. Isn't this the most optimal price? Like, isn't that what I'm just buying for at market rate? Oh, geez, look at the movement now. It's going crazy. Ordered successfully. There we go. I've got some Night tokens, guys. There we go. And I bought it at a really crap price, but hey, I can say I'm one of the very first ones to actually hold some Night tokens. So it's in a centralized exchange wallet, and I don't know if I can actually move it out yet. And I bought it at a really shit price, but hey, I can say I'm part of history, and I'm one of the very first holders of the Night tokens. Hooray! I think. All right, so let's see how the other exchanges are going. I've completely forgotten which exchanges hold these particular tokens on launch. So I'm just going to go back to my profile here and I just pull it up. Here we go. So let's go let's go KuCoin first. Just want to do a comparison to see if they're all trading around the same price. All right, maybe later. Enough with the marketing exchange, just give me the markets. Maybe later. 8 cents on KuCoin. Yeah, whatever, I don't care. Where on earth did the trading data of this go? I don't understand how so many of these exchanges just design things from the ground up so differently. Switch to Australia. It's no difference. Just give me the price, guys. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Trade. Maybe I clicked on the wrong. Yeah, I did. Okay. That's better. Not coming up with anything. What am I doing wrong? No, okay, I'm not seeing it on KuCoin. That's really annoying. I think some other people are seeing it on KuCoin. All right, so some people are getting their data on Minswap. Jay Patel, on Minswap you can get 172 USDM for one Night token. All right, there's a bit of price impact there, I think. A little bit unbalanced. So they may have set the balance a little bit incorrectly. Raging Bull, you're saying Kraken's got it. Let's ditch KuCoin. I did see a lot of chatter on Kraken as well. Kraken's got an Australian exchange. So let's have a look at this. Trade. Kraken Pro, I guess. Let's just go browse prices. Yeah, that's what I want. Come on. Everything's struggling at the moment. Now that night token I bought before, I probably put in pumping up at the moment. I'm wondering if I've got more of a visual overview of the order book here, MEXC, so I can actually see it overall glance as opposed to how it is here. Looks like the price of it is fluctuating quite a bit. It's going up a little bit. Might be able to put in a sell order a little bit higher and just make that a little bit. That would be nice. All right, how's Kraken going? Kraken. And can't see it here. Type it in. Go. Wow, that's quite a big price difference here on Kraken. $0.03. All right. Let's see if I can actually go to the trading view. Actually see if there's anything different. Come on. I don't want to sign in. I just want to see the trading data. Yeah, that's definitely it. It's 5 cents now. Hang on. That had Kraken Pro. I think that's where I need to be. Trade Kraken Pro. Yeah, there. That's kind of nice that on Kraken there's the euro as well. So there's a bit of a comparative. That's a better order book, I think. It's much nicer. I'm trying to sell. It's still fairly high on a MEXC. I kind of wish. Oh, here we go. Here the sell orders are hitting the. Let's go minute by candles. That's better. I can actually see what's happening. Bit of a sell-off now. Bound to happen. Now, usually with token launches, I never jump in a token launch because this usually happens. You got the hype, people buy right in, and I should have put in a stop loss. But that's okay. Take profit, stop loss. I should have put one in. Still can. So it's going to sell there. Don't want to lose any more money. I know it's going to go down. There we go. I've just got 6.56 night tokens left. So I'd say I've got some in my wallet on MEXC. I didn't lose too much out of that one. Just got to do the calculation on that. But yeah, usually this always happens on a token launch. There's hype. It pumps all the way up, and then eventually people just sell it off. The other interesting thing is that we actually don't have our tokens yet, and the redeem portal doesn't open till tomorrow, and we won't be able to access those tokens. So people that do have early access, will be able to buy or sell from their allocations. How's the chat going, guys? They should have learned something from SNEC. There's always something to learn on SNEC. Let's see if Minswap is loading yet. I'm just going to refresh this. Minswap is freaking out. It's crazy. Live on Kraken is 0.07. Let's see if that's dropped. It's not too bad. Kraken's holding its price there. Not bad. What's this? Diddy is saying 655.80 can get 6.9. Crazy. 9 now. Okay, big launch. Price distortion, 10%. Yeah, I know, it's crazy at the moment. Eyes on Crypto Granny, eyes on Thais. Yes, but does any allocation thaw immediately tomorrow? Yes, it does. There are various people that have their thawing starting tomorrow, so they'll be able to actually get their night tokens pretty much straight away and sell at a really good time in the market. Mine, no, not so much. Redeem. Now, for those people who haven't gone through this process yet and checked their redemption period, oh my God, I keep on getting questions about this, and people are a little bit confused about how the redemption process works. I guess it's kind of like an interface thing that people aren't looking at correctly. But let me just load up this wallet here. Let's go copy. This is one of my addresses that I'm playing with. This is one of my test wallets. Go confirm. Or if you're using your Roy, if you're using a mobile wallet, if you're using like a Vespa, you can just copy your address and paste it in there, and then you get your thawing redemption periods. So this here, I've got to wait. All my wallets are like this, 56 days. I've got an 87-day one as well, but 56 days before I can claim the first portion of my night tokens. So I've just got basically 1,000 night tokens in this wallet. So at this thaw date, I can claim 25% of that, so 250 night tokens. Then 90 days after that, I can claim the next 250 and so on. So when it says 0 night tokens here, it means that I can't claim it right now. I have to wait for the next 56 days before I can actually claim that. So a little bit painful for some of us, but I know a lot of you out there that have been following and posting on X have almost immediate thawing of your tokens, and you'll be able to actually sell them on the market. So congrats to you guys to get in early, because as you can see here, the price of this is plummeting. So it went from 18 cents at the highest here. It looks like 19 cents, 19 USD, 0.19 USD, dropping down. Now, I saw initial prices of this on, I think it was Kraken at like a 0.02, like 2 cents per night token. That's probably more realistic at this moment with the lack of liquidity, but we'll see how that goes. But this is pretty cool. I'm glad I sold at 9 cents just before. Wish I sold it a little bit higher, but you know, it's okay. It is what it is. Just checking the chat again. Wayne, minus 56 days too. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that. I really wish I got an early allocation. And you know that how we all went about consolidating our wallets, consolidating all into like 1 or 2 wallets so that we could reduce our fees. Guess what? That put me behind, because if I didn't consolidate all the wallets, I would have had more opportunities to get a better and earlier access to my wallet, to my night tokens. Didn't think about that, did I? So for those people that didn't get around to consolidating, you probably have more opportunities to get an earlier release of your tokens, which would have been much better. I don't really mind about the ADA fee and all that you have to pay. But I don't know, if you had like 20 or 50 wallets, that would have been something different. It would have been really hard. Speaking of which, I got to pull up some of these things that I've got in my bookmarks here for you guys. This is some hilarious stuff that's come out over the last couple of days. Now, this is how I collate all of my news and updates for everything that I do in my Cardano videos. But there's just one here that I thought I'll just bring up, and I'll talk about it while we watch the price of night tokens drop. And it's this one particular wallet here that I saw. This one. This is absolutely insane. Let me just open this up so you can have a better look. Clearer picture of this. Let's go open image. Where is it? Open image in new tab. So let's zoom into this. This person here has millions of night tokens. So they've written some script here. They've got the nice little interface of their thawing schedule. So this is wallet number 1 that they've got, 65,827 night tokens. Wallet number 2, 79,793, and so on and so on. And this roughly adds up to, according to Stake with Pride, 1.39 million night tokens. I thought I was doing well with, like, you know, my couple of thousand tokens I managed to collate, but my God, some people went absolutely crazy here and really went hard on the mining. Either this person is already a big holder of ADA and all the other crypto assets out there that they could have claimed the Glacier drop for, or they spent a lot of money on CPU power to be able to mine all that. And that's absolutely insane. And the fact that there's multiple wallets here, or lots of different wallets, kind of leads me to believe that it is a mining operation that did all this. And they scripted up this nice little interface for themselves so they can actually visually see how much tokens they have. Anyone got more than that? Anyone got more than that? That's absolutely insane. All right, let me check the chat here. Hey, damn it. Well, maybe the price would be better by then. Fingers crossed. You never know. Like my thaw process, because it thaws in 50, 60 days, the price might be better. It might be better. Might have really stabilized. 8K night. I hope it's enough to pay my electricity bills for mining. Hey, I hope so too. I actually went quite cheap in my mining operation. I've got like a really low powered PC, so I didn't have to worry too much about the power usage because it's quite low, so I wasn't too fussed about that. Just the fan noise of cooling that thing for a few days was insane. Sub-Zero, what's this? Millions in night? Yeah, millions. It's insane, isn't it? Eyes on Thaw. How to access the thawing schedule, please. All right, Crypto Granny, this is for you. So go back to the redeem thing here. Go back to the redeem thing. And when you put in your wallet address where you're claiming your tokens from, you'll see that thaw schedule there. So this is your thawing time. So depending on what you're given, that's when how long you have to wait. Now it's allocated, it's broken up into 4 different periods. Let me pull that up for you. I've got another little thing here. Saved a lot of stuff over the past few days. Come on. Come up somewhere. Here we go. This was put up by Cardano with Paul. I think he's got a live stream on as well. He said he was going to do a live stream. But this here gives you an idea of the thawing schedule. So it's broken up into 4 allocations. So you've got the very first one, which is happening now. So some people are unlocking tomorrow. Some people like myself in 50, 60 days. The next one is another 90 days on top of that. So whatever that date is, add on 90 days, and that's your second unlock phase. Then your third is 90 days on top of that second one, and so on and so on. So it's all staggered. It's 90 days after that initial unlock date. So it's a lot of time here. Some people are unlocking and getting their tokens in March, and then won't be able to get their last tokens until a year after, essentially. So very, very long thawing and vesting schedule for a lot of people here. I have to say this is a brilliant way of doing it because you won't see absolutely massive tanking prices of the token if we all got it on the same time, the same day. And, DEXes and stuff would have major issues trying to keep up with the demand. and all that stuff, but having this all spread out just makes a lot more sense. And you know, I get the same kind of vibes back when Sunday Swap launched with all the chatter and all that's happening now at the moment. But we're not getting like the congestion and all the bad press that happened at the same time, which is good. But what we are getting at the moment is Minswap not loading. Okay, they need to scale up their servers. Wing Riders. Good old Wing Riders. I know they would have scaled up their servers. All right, let's have a look at how they're doing, because I saw that they were listing it as well. So let's have a look here. Enter the app. The other DEXes have probably launched and have some tokens as well, but I'll have a look in a moment, one at a time. At least it's loading here. I just don't know if they got the tokens. It doesn't look like they do. So maybe not yet. That's why it's just fine. Yep, nothing there. Now, if you are jumping on any other DEX and trying to do a swap for night tokens, you really have to check the policy ID. I've got the policy ID here handy. I've got it in, it's on the Discord server. Policy ID is this. So let me just grab that. Jump over to Cardano scan. It's the policy ID starts with a 069. That's kind of easy to remember. Just paste it in there. That should come up with the token. There we go. That's the policy ID. So if you're going to a DEX, make sure you have the right policy ID. You can actually search by policy ID. But no assets found. So it's not listed there yet, and Minswap for me still is having major issues. So it doesn't look like I'm going to see anything on the decentralized exchange side of things. I'm just checking also the Discord server chat. Hey, Minswap's loading. Maybe they scaled up a server or two. All right, let's have a look here. Night. Hey, look, it's they got their price pretty much correct. So whatever happened here, wow, okay, major price fluctuation there, but they managed to sort it out. The market pretty much sorts itself out. So it's hard to see, really hard to see with this data here. But yeah, it looks like it sorted itself out, really. This is against is it Night and ADA? USD. Oh, hang on, this isn't actually let me just try and trade it myself. Oh, okay, yeah, it seems about right. Not the best prices at the moment. Yeah, look at that. A lot of price impact. Now that's the downside of trading on a decentralized exchange. The price impact and everything that happens around that. Don't know if you guys can see it there, but if you're ever trading on a decentralized exchange, we saw this happen before when that trader did that massive swap for USDA on I think it was on Minswap as well, and there was a massive amount of price impact and they lost like millions of dollars. So if you ever do a trade, there's this big thing here. Was that, I bet, I can't remember. Yeah, it's got the indicator there, it's red, and it says, you know, 48%, and usually red doesn't mean good. So here, price impact, it tells you that it's affecting the price of the swap by 48%, so it should be 48% higher than it actually is, so don't trade it. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're trading on a decentralized exchange. Right, what's happening here? Looking at the chat again. Oh, how wow, crazy. Thank you for the quality videos, unlike the Luxide. Mate, you keep on posting this. Luxide, I'm sure he's a great guy. I haven't watched any of his videos. One Grumpy Chef. Hey, Pete. Hey, guys. Thank you for joining me on the chat here on the live. Like, I normally never do lives. Let me check on the price here. Seems like everything's leveling out. Oh, we'll see how it goes in a little bit. 0.6 cents. Not 0.6 cents. 6 cents for a one night token. Crypto Granny, yep. Eyes on Theus, wonderful, thanks. Yeah, I'm glad you understood that now. What about Binance Alpha? Let's have a look at Binance Alpha. Now, I don't normally use Binance. So, what is Binance Alpha? Yeah, I actually don't know. I thought Binance Alpha was like a separate thing altogether. And from what I saw, Binance Alpha was only doing is a platform within Binance Wallet. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. I'm not gonna install Binance Wallet just to get into Binance Alpha. So from what I could see with Binance, let me pull up the tweet for you because I thought this was a little bit not misleading. The tweet was in itself perfectly fine, but people interpret it in a different way. So if we go down here, I can see it. It'll come up in a second. Here we know. Another black and orange one. So it clearly said when I read this, Binance Alpha. So Binance Alpha will be the first platform to feature midnight on December 9. Okay. Eligible users can claim their airdrop using Binance Alpha points on the Alpha events page once trading opens. Okay, trading is opening. Okay. Further details will be announced soon. Please stay tuned. Let's have a look at if this is actually opened up. Okay, token airdrop is currently delayed. Please wait for official announcements for your specific time to receive it. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Airdrop distribution will resume, okay, 9:30 UTC. So that's pretty much now, guys. So if you are in the Binance ecosystem, jump onto your Binance wallet. And from the wallet itself, you'll be able to see the details on how to claim this particular airdrop. Just put that, repost that, give it a little bit more attention. So you can, from what I can see, get access to those night tokens and I think start trading it within their wallet itself. So I think their wallet is like runs off Binance Smart Chain, from what I understand. So you might be able to actually play around with the Binance Smart Chain wallet side of things through Binance Wallet and play with night token. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, because I'm not that deep within the Binance ecosystem. I use their centralized exchange, but not their dApps and Smart Chain itself. Can we still have an ADA? What's going on here? 32 days to Thaw. Yeah, Mad Caleb. That's better than mine. That is a lot better than mine. Diddy, can you add it to chat? What am I adding, Diddy? I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, it must be the policy ID. Let me get that. There we go. There we go, guys. That's the correct policy ID for you. So let's... Yeah, I don't think it will be trading directly on Binance. There was a bit of a conversation about that. I saw Navjit from Iagon talk about that, and there's like 3 platforms on Binance. There's Binance Alpha, Binance US, and then Binance Global. So Binance Alpha is just one part of it. It's kind of like their degen kind of area for the airdrops and all that. Then after that, once there's a lot of interest, if there is a lot of interest on Binance Alpha, they go to look into listing on one of the other ones, such as Global or the US. US, you have to obviously have all the regulatory compliance and all that stuff sorted, which I believe Midnight has because it's MiCA compliant even. And you know, if you're MiCA compliant, that's like the hardest level of compliance you can do anywhere in the world. So you get that sorted, you're pretty much good. Then after that is the Binance Global. So I'm hoping for a Binance Global listing really, because that just opens up to everyone except for the US citizens. So yeah, get all 3 of those, you're pretty much golden within the crypto industry. The one that we haven't heard from yet is Coinbase. Will Coinbase list it? I don't know. While we watch this price drop a little bit more, I might pull up some other news items for you guys and what else is happening within the space here around it. Just checking on Minswap. Minswap's still going. I'm glad they got their servers up and running and everything working. Must have been just a massive pump of traffic through it. I'd love to see the stats or be a fly on the wall in their office in Hanoi when this launches. It's 2 hours after, so it's around 6 p.m. They're probably having dinner as well. But yeah, being a fly on the wall and watching all this traffic hit their website, and the DevOps guys freaking out trying to fire up servers to get it up and running. That would be quite interesting to see, actually. All right, let's go back here to my bookmarks. Yep. Now, there's some there was some interesting stuff here that came out during this week. This was quite interesting. So the CFTC announced a new government-backed Bitcoin and crypto trading platform. Now, I've forgotten the name of this. They did mention it in this news press as well, but it's one specific platform in the US that's completely government backed. I thought that was really important because it means that there's regulation behind it, there's insurance behind it, and a lot of consumer protections that gives users a lot more confidence in going into the crypto markets because there is that clarity behind everything and the consumer protection behind it. Unlike what we saw with FTX there and everything crashing. So, it's good to see that the US leading the charge there. We're going to see a lot more markets and a lot more other players follow suit as well. Pretty exciting. ByBit listed as well. I might have a look at ByBit and see how they're going on their side of things. Should probably give all the exchanges a little bit of love. It's really good to see so many exchanges list, which is absolutely incredible. Why do they hide their links like this? I just want a link to the exchange. And they gave me a link to an app store. What kind of link is that? Where's this going? Markets. Have a newly listed. Here we go. Night. Looking good there. 5 cents there. No, don't want that. Go back. Nope, don't want to sign up. Just got to stick with this screen, guys. Sorry about that. So we've got the night token here. Where to go? Newly listed night. 5.5 cents. And a million pop-ups. There we go. 5.5 cents. Let's move this over here. How's it going on a MEXC futures? Leveling out at 0.3 cents. That's probably where it's going to go down to. We initially saw it at like 0.2 cents on, I think it was Kraken. I think this will, yeah, it's going down. I'm happy I sold that little bit just before. Yeah, that's going to go down further. Now, me personally, what I'm going to do now is probably put in some limit orders here. I'm going to put a limit order at something incredibly low, something really lowballing it, like at 0.07 cents or something like that, something really, really low. And, if the price drops dramatically for whatever reason, I'll snap some up. The goal is to become a midnight millionaire. I missed my opportunity as becoming a Cardano ADA millionaire, so I'm trying again with midnight. See how we go with that, guys. Probably stop YouTubing if I get to a midnight millionaire. I wouldn't stop YouTubing. Love you guys too much. How's the chat going? 3 cents, man. No point to sell. Sell it. Well, I really don't know. My price predictions on this is terrible, but it's going. Looking at the graph here, it does seem to. It's probably on a downward trend for a while. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It probably will go down further. So if you're selling at 0.5 here, like you can see on MEXC, I'd probably sell it and pick it up a little later as well. There'll be a lot more sell pressure as more tokens get unlocked tomorrow. So if you have some right now, probably sell. Futures is probably a good place to try and predict where the price is going to go with all the longs and shorts on this, or the long and short positions. So it's hovering around that 3 cents. I don't think it's going to change that much. Rana, yes, on Binance Alpha, it's 0.3 cents. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for confirming. I can't get on there. Diddy, it's getting better on Vesper and TapTools. Cool, that's good to know. I didn't check TapTools yet. So I guess with that massive surge all at the same time, everyone looking at, it's freaking out everyone's infrastructure at the moment. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Loading. Hey, thanks everyone for joining me on the live stream as well here. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, really helps. I've got 140 people on the live stream. I think that's the highest I've ever had on a live stream. I'm kind of glad I went live. So what do we got here? 0.8 on the DEX side of things, on the decentralized kind of environment. That's not too bad. If I could actually move from here, if I could buy here and sell onto a Minswap or something, I would. That's the arbitrage opportunities. And if I have liquidity, I would do that right now and actually make a little bit of money. But I can't, and I don't have any liquidity, so I can't do that. I'm not going to have any liquidity for a long time. Let me just grab this link to the YouTube stream. I'm just going to paste this in a couple of places. Go into X. There we go. Cheers from Norway. Hey, how's it going? So what is it? What time is it in Europe? Still in the morning, not even midday yet. Thank you for joining me. Tracy thought that buying 1 million tokens is actually somewhat attainable. Yeah, at the moment it is. Imagine what it was like when Cardano first launched and all the stake pool operators were just jumping in and starting the incentivized testnet. So all of those operators were playing around with all the Cardano nodes, testing it out, trying to break the network. And as a result, they got a lot of rewards for it, and they could actually buy the tokens up for really cheap. And they were buying it for like 0.0002 cents per token or something like that. That's why a lot of the SPOs, the ones that started in the early days, have a lot of ADA on their stake pools because they earned a lot of those tokens in the early days participating in the network, being stake pool operators and getting in on the ICO in the early days. So 7 years later, 8 years later, they're sitting pretty, and that's the kind of situation that we're in at the moment. History repeats itself with these type of launches, and the future of Midnight I see being absolutely massive because of its potential of what it can do. Now, a lot of people still don't understand, but the privacy, the deal of privacy, being able to put privacy onto all of the different chains is kind of a big deal. So if we go back down here, I saw this image post up a little bit earlier on the Discord server today. I put it up on my X feed here, and I think this is actually a screenshot from Dan's video that he did on Midnight. I think that's where it came from. So I have to give him credit for that. Or he might have got it from somewhere else. But the idea is that Midnight's going to integrate with every last other chain out there that needs privacy transactions. So, Bitcoin doesn't have it, Ethereum doesn't have it, Cardano doesn't have it, Solana doesn't have it, XRP doesn't have it, ADAOZ. None of them have privacy built into their ledgers because they're supposed to be decentralized public ledgers. It's the idea of transparency. But that doesn't work with RWAs and institutions. They need the level of privacy there, especially when it's in regulations from the government and they say, hey, we need to keep your customer data private. You're moving customer funds and customer funds are appearing on a public ledger and people can track that. That's not a good thing. We need to keep that private. So the idea is that they can use Midnight in combination with their base layer here, like Solana, and have private transactions. That's just absolutely insane. And I saw a comment a little bit earlier in the chat on Discord here saying, why can't the developers of another chain just copy what Midnight's doing and implement it on their chain? And they could, but what's the point? Because they can just implement Midnight, which has a network effect already, is interoperable with all these other chains, and do an easy integration onto Solana, and hey presto, they're done. So what's the point of reinventing the wheel when it's already there? That's the same with a lot of EVM developers. They just pick things off the shelf, something that works, patch them all together and build a brand new project. What's the point of reinventing the wheel? Because it costs a lot of money and it's hard to do. Midnight's done that already. So this is why I'm so bullish on Midnight now, because it gives that level of RWAs, identity, and all sorts of things for all of the chains. Everything, every chain out there with that level of interoperability. That's why I'm so excited about it. So where is it going to be in 7 years? Hopefully I see this integrated across everything. Every blockchain out there that wants privacy and is doing RWAs and all that. Hopefully we do see it everywhere. Geez. I feel like I'm kind of ranting sometimes. Let me just go back to my bookmarks here. I'll pull up some other cool things. Have you guys seen this interview here that this guy did, Nev, on with Charles yet? I haven't seen it myself. I don't have a huge amount of time to watch a lot of this stuff. So sometimes I just put it through AI and get a summary. So I'm a little bit time constrained by that kind of stuff. But this interview did quite well, I believe. So if you have watched it, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me check the chat here again. Let's go up. Just 100 more likes. A few ghosts about. I'm getting the camera. A little bit confused. When I don't follow the chat, I don't know what's going on sometimes. Diddy, just 100 more likes. How many likes I've got on this live stream at the moment? Let me just double check. I've got it open somewhere. I've got 142 concurrent viewers, 672 views at the moment, but 57 likes. Okay, getting there, guys, getting there. A little bit more. Get me up to 100 before I end this stream. All right, what else we got here? Feels somewhat like nostalgic. Yep, I totally agree. Where to buy and what price fluctuation? Well, there's Moonlit Anime. There's plenty of places where you can buy at the moment. Let me just pull up my X feed here. These are all the exchanges that you can buy at the moment. So Binance Alpha, if you're using that, HCX, ByBit, MEXC, Gate, OKX, Bitpanda, KuCoin. I think there might have been more. If you're going for a decentralized environment, Minswap, you can buy off there as well. It's a little bit pricier there, and there isn't a huge amount of liquidity. So if you're buying 100 ADA worth of Night tokens, you're going to get some price impact. But that's dropping. So there's more liquidity coming in from somewhere. So someone's selling on the market here. So that's good to see that's dropping. That was at 46% before, and now it's at 12%. So there's more liquidity. It's a better price. Good to see. So if you want to buy, that's where you can buy. I'm tracking the price here on MEXC at the moment. I am I did buy a little bit earlier on a MEXC, so I've got 6.56 night tokens. Yeah. One of the first holders and first traders of night, so I made a loss on that already. But that's okay. It's for the historic lows. Now, what was I looking at here? Bookmarks. And the chat. Okay, yeah, this is a good question. Festering rat sub. What Australian exchanges can we buy night tokens? Is the policy 069? Yes, the policy is 0691B, blah, blah, blah. I put a link to it in the chat just before. Maybe I should pin that so that people don't get scammed by scammers. I know there's a lot of scammers out there. So let me just go to the video itself. And I have to pin it from the front end of the video. So give me a second. Yes, the policy is 0. Where is it? Where's it? More. Okay. It's in the live chat. How do I get to it in the live chat? I'm not going to see that again. Let me just get the policy ID again. Here and this one. There we go. Posted that in the chat, and then I should be able to pin it here when it comes up. There we go. Pin. So the correct policy ID for the Cardano native token is pinned in the live stream. There we go. Thanks, guys. Lindsay. Hi, Pete from Sydney. Hey, Lindsay. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Let me just check the chat again here. There's a lot of people in this chat. Thank you for joining, everyone. Like the live stream. Thanks. Did MEXC require KYC? You don't need to KYC up to a certain point. So I think you could trade a certain amount before you need to KYC. Then after that, you do need a KYC. I think it was like 10 Bitcoin worth before you have to KYC. So if you don't want to KYC, I think you're okay. Just sign up. You have to use your email address, unfortunately. So if you want to be totally anonymous, you can make a fake email address, anonymous email address even. Log in, just have a look at that KYC amount, and then you can go from there. Okay. So Colt, can we buy on Kraken? Yes, we can. This is what it looks like on Kraken at the moment. The price here on Kraken is 0.056. It's not too bad. A MEXC, what was on a MEXC? 0.56 as well. So the prices are pretty much leveling out across all the exchanges. Binance Alpha, I think, was at 3 cents, and a MEXC futures is at 3 cents as well. So we're going to see the price come down to what the futures price is. Sansare, hello. Hello all. Are you probably all well versed in Cardano Midnight ecosystem? Therefore, sorry for the naive but genuine question. Isn't Midnight a threat to Cardano itself? Will it replace it? No. It's a complementary chain, not just to Cardano, but to all chains, because it gives that level of privacy. So it's supposed to work alongside all these other chains to add in that privacy feature, that programmable privacy. So it makes things a lot better. Now, the really big impact that it's had so far is one, there's a couple of big impacts, but the one with all these exchange listings, a lot of these exchanges didn't list Cardano native tokens before until now. So Binance didn't. So now Binance Alpha will have Cardano native tokens. So if they're listing the Night token, because it's a Cardano native token, it means they have to work in all their infrastructure or their code to support it for withdrawals and deposits. So if they want more liquidity from the community, which we have a lot of, they have to develop all the stuff they need to accept the liquidity from us to be able to accept the Cardano native token. Now, once they've done the work for that, to accept a Cardano native token, it means that any other Cardano native token can list on there too. So the fact that Midnight Foundation, whoever's doing all the back end work here, opened up the gate for all of these different exchanges to accept Cardano native tokens, has made it possible for other projects to do the same. So now we don't need to pay the massive amount of costs for development. All we need to pay is probably listing fees. It'll be far less because there's more. There isn't that headwork that needs to be done to make all that technical stuff actually happen. Now, I know the Cardano Foundation worked with, I can't remember which exchange it was, but they did a lot of work with Rosetta. It's Coinbase's code base to be able to put tokens anywhere. So I don't know if I explained that correctly, but Coinbase have a code base. It used to be called Rosetta. It's called something else now. They went through a name change, but the Rosetta Stone was like a language translation thing, a biblical reference. But what they're doing now is they use that as their base layer, and a lot of other exchanges use that same base code so that they can integrate in other chains. So it's a big level of interoperability that they did, and the Cardano Foundation funded a lot of that. So it may very well have been a missing piece for a lot of these exchanges to actually list it. So if Coinbase if that was Coinbase's code that allowed a lot of these other exchanges to list it, maybe we'll see Coinbase as well. I don't know why we're not seeing Coinbase now, but it'd be really good to see it there too. But that's one of the big impacts because that Midnight has had for the Cardano ecosystem. The other one, what was it? There was something else as well. I was going to say it too, but it's completely slipped my mind at the moment. I don't know. It'll come back to me. There was a comment about the Australian exchanges, and Australian exchanges, none of these Australian exchanges have listed or stated that they're listing the Night token yet. But there is one person here in this chat, in this conversation here, that works for a centralized exchange and said they are doing stuff with it. Just saying. This guy here, he's the director of Mint. You may have heard of Mint. Mint is this project here, the green gecko. They got rid of the gecko. I didn't like the gecko. Anyway, Mint is a cross-chain liquidity moving protocol. Move things all over the place with Mint. They're doing some cool stuff. But Alex here, he's the director of Mint. Investor and head of GTM, general technical manager, maybe, at CoinStash. I was at a tribe and used to work at Immutable X. CoinStash. This is an Australian exchange, trusted Australian crypto exchange. They do a lot of stuff in SMSFs, self-managed super funds. I actually have an interview with, I think, one of their chief financial officers, Simon, coming up, talking about SMSFs and how you put crypto into it. So for everyone in the US there and Europe, self-managed super funds are your 401ks. I think that's what they call them in the US, or a fund that you can put away for retirement, essentially. And the CoinStash allow you, or the self-managed super funds allows you to put crypto into there, and property and other things that you normally can't put into a self-managed, your own super. So when you work as an Australian, you have a super fund and your employer will put money into that super fund for you so you can have a retirement in the future. But if you self-manage it with CoinStash integrated too, means you can put in crypto and other assets. So I'm going to have an interview with those guys to talk about that, to give people opportunities on how they can actually invest in their future and retirement. Maybe we can put Night tokens in there. Wouldn't that be great? And that's what I'm kind of hinting at. We're going to see Night tokens within self-managed super funds. All right, what else have we got here? Let me check the chat before it gets overwhelming in there. I'm being spammed on these other channels. Ah, okay. Yeah. Oh, it makes a lot of sense. Thanks for the explanation. Sansari. Yeah, no problem. No problem. There's one more thing as well that it's just slipped my mind, but that's just the impact for Cardano native tokens. Um, there's other things just with the privacy layer as well. It just brings in a lot of things. There's other things like little. It's all the missing pieces that Cardano doesn't have either. Such as the identity layer, what's required for real world assets, privacy transactions, all that's missing, but that's missing on all the chains, a lot of the chains. So that level of mass adoption can't happen. But being able to have that on Cardano with Midnights as well, it's kind of exciting. So I'm looking forward to it. In 4 or 5 years' time, we're going to be in a really, really good position. 3 cents, yep, we're at 3 cents. I think that's where it's going to stay at the moment until more and more liquidity comes in. I think we're going to be sticking around at 6 cents mark. Something beeped at me. I don't know what that beep was. I can't tell what that beep was. I'm pretty sure it was a beep from YouTube live stream or something, but I can't see what it was. Now, TN Tech Gaming, because of you, I'm earned 6,700 night tokens. Awesome. That's really good. That's a nice balance. How did you earn that? I'd love to know how you earned that. Whether it was through the airdrop and the Glacier drop, where you just put in your thing, or your wallet, or did you mine? Because if you mined, that's pretty exciting too. Because you had to actually do a lot of work for that. That sound beeped like a text sound. Order filled. You're probably right. I probably had my order partially filled or fully filled. Order history. But this is okay. I know my order's filled a while ago. Quite a long time ago, almost an hour ago. So I bought at 12 cents, sold at 8 cents. Am I winning or am I winning? God, I'm a terrible trader. I really should stay away from this screen. Minswap is 13 cents, MEXC 5 cents. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit lower price there on Minswap at the moment. So the 8 cents on Minswap, but still there's quite a bit of a spread. It's dipping here as well. Quite a bit of a spread between the two. If I could actually move liquidity from one to another, I would. I'd buy up on Minswap and dump it. No, I'd buy up on MEXC and dump it onto Minswap, drive that price down and make a little bit of profit on top. If I was really prepared, I would have scripted all that and automated the entire process. Minswap's got a great API, DEX aggregator API, that allows you to do a lot of that stuff from command line now. So if you are so inclined, you can do that all from the command line. Vesting wrap, yeah, back at 8. Yeah, the price of Minswap is jumping like crazy. It's really hard to see with this how I've got my screen at the moment. Yeah, it's going all over the place. But I'm not surprised with the lack of liquidity at the moment and the amount of interest. It is going to jump a bit. But as this stream has been going, the really good thing to see is the price impact dropping. So there is more and more liquidity coming into the market. So it's being drip fed into the ecosystem, into the liquidity pool, as the price is being slowly coming down. So they didn't. I'm guessing whoever's putting the liquidity in isn't just dumping it one big go, because it would have tanked the price and would have created a really big price differentiation between the two, between all the different platforms. But they're dripping it in. They should drip more in to get the price down and get this price impact down as well. Get more night holders. But yeah, maybe I should buy some here too. So I've got it in the Cardano wallet. I'm just going to lose more money. Let's not. Right, how's the chat going? Back at 8, yeah, pretty jumpy. Yes, I'm used to my 4 computers and 4 Macs, so yeah, tell me about it. Tell me some other projects. What? Tell me some other projects same like this. Other projects the same as Midnight? I don't know any other project that is doing this kind of privacy. It's very unique, and I think Midnight has that massive advantage because it is so unique in how it's approaching privacy. Now, one of the really big things I wish I could get running is see that computer back there. That's my Iagon node. That's supposed to be there for decentralized storage. When I join the Iagon network, I still have to save up for hard drives before I can actually get that working. But I was told I've got a QS Pro, so that's the top of the line Iagon node that some people set up for midnight mining, and they said it was an absolute beast powering through and crunching the solutions for midnight. So if I managed to get that thing working, I would have been raking it in midnight mining. So unfortunately, I didn't. But it would have been good if I could. May have been able to pay off that device. Minswap is slow for me. Yes, Minswap is painful at the moment. There's a lot of attention on it. I haven't seen anywhere else listing the token. I'm just trying to find out where else the Minswap token is being listed on decentralized exchanges, but I just can't see from this interface. Be nice to know. More info? No, can't see it. But we'll see how this all goes in tomorrow or so when the next phase and the Glacier drop actually unlocks tokens for everyone. Well, not for everyone, for a lot of people. Is Midnight live? It's kind of live. It's kind of live. The mainnet isn't live. The thawing process hasn't started yet, but it is trading on centralized and decentralized exchanges. I am a happy holder of 6.56 night tokens. And I trade it for a loss. So I think I'm winning overall. When does the Glacier drop happen? The claiming for the Glacier drop all depends on your redemption periods. So you're joining the chat late, but I'll just explain it for anyone else that's joining in late as well. You can go to this platform here, redeem.midnight.gd. And this here is a redemption platform. So over 360 days, we'll be redeeming our tokens. Read over this, it will explain a lot of things. But you can click on here, redeem your night tokens, enter in your address. So I've got my address here on my Lace wallet. So just copy, paste in there, confirm that. So whatever wallet you're using, just paste it into here. I'll give you the thawing schedule, the unlocking schedule for this vesting contract. So mine is 56 days before I can touch the first quarter of my tokens. So this wallet has essentially 1,000 night tokens. My first quarter will unlock in 56 days. So I'll get 250 night tokens in 56 days. So whatever it is for you, put in your address in the redeem thing and you'll be able to see when you can unlock your tokens. Not a problem. Happy to explain that. I've had to explain that so many times. So if you can explain it to other people as well, that'd be great. Me Pound. Hi. Good to have you here. Looks like I've got a couple of new subscribers as well. So thank you, Daniel, for subscribing 16 minutes ago, and Tiago for subscribing as well 55 minutes ago. Good to have more subscribers. I am trying to hit my subscriber milestone. It's taken a really long time. It's almost a year ago. I was at 29,000 and 20, I hit 29,000, and it's just been a grind to try and get to 30,000 subscribers. It's taking a long time, but I'll know I'll get there eventually. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you like Cardano and Midnight related content, hit the subscribe button, guys. I will get there eventually, but yeah, it's been a grind to try and get there. Let me close that. Yeah, we're mellowing out here, guys. I don't think there's much else to see in regards to the price here of Midnight token. I don't think we're going to see it go up. Actually, it is going up. Just as I was about to say, I don't think it's going to go up again. It's started to go up. So that's the futures price. Maybe it's catching up. Yeah, okay, it's pretty much leveled out. The spot price and the futures price is 0.47, 0.04. Yeah, okay, it's almost the same. John, thanks for all you do. Are you able to provide the link to the Redeem Midnight? Yeah, sure, not a problem. This is the correct link here. I know a lot of people are afraid of clicking on the incorrect links. You know, if all in doubt, if you're in doubt, just Google Redeem Midnight. There we go. Just go to the first link. You know you're on the right side. It's midnight.gd for Midnight Glacier drop / redeem. Gives you the information about it here. That's another interface. So this example here, you can Thaw in 30 days. Then there'll be a redeem button here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Click on redeem and there you go. Same link as I gave you just in the chat. Now something beeped. I got that beep again. I don't know where it's coming from. It's not an order field. How's ByBit going? 0.4, yeah, okay. Pretty much all the exchanges are leveling out to the same prices, I think. Looks like we're going to end this hour at 0.4. 4 cents per night token. Minswap has crashed out on me. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. If you're trying to trade on Minswap, you know, I'm afraid to refresh the screen because, you know, I have to load the entire interface and everything again. I'm just getting the trading view data here off this interface. So if I refresh, I know it's going to crash out. So I'm just going to leave it as it is so I can actually see the price. We're at 9 cents on Minswap. Quite a spread. Chippy Oz, can you explain a bit more about ADAOZ staking? Can we stake night or will it still be only ADA? Yeah, so Chippy, that's a really good question. When the Midnight Network launches, or the Midnight operators, we've got to set up nodes. When we set up nodes, we can attach them to our Cardano nodes, not physically attach them, but link them up via registry. So that way they know that this Midnight operator is operating this Cardano node. So now anyone that is delegated to ADAOZ, for example, will be eligible for any of the night tokens that I'm earning on the Midnight node. So I can then distribute that over to any stakers on the Cardano ecosystem. So what I've seen earlier today is a bit of a mention about this. I thought this was really good. Let me pull up my bookmarks here. Yeah, go all the way back up to the top. It was earlier today. It was Andrew Westberg, and he was talking about drip drops. So drip drops have a rewards API. I've used it before with Blue Shift. When I used to work at Blue Shift, we did a rewards campaign distribution, and that distributed through drip drops through the API. So what I can do now is put into, here we go. I can use the drip drops API. Every epoch or so, I can see how many rewards I'm getting on the Midnight node. Then put them into a custodial wallet within Drip Drops, and then you guys can just come and claim it whenever you want. So they'll have the database that's set up for every address that is delegated to my pool, and then you can come to the platform and just claim your tokens whenever you want. There may be like a time period that you have to do that by, but you can come in and claim it like every once a month or something, and then just get all your night tokens that way. So that's what I'll be doing to make it as easy as possible for you guys. I don't want to be responsible. I've got like 5,000 delegates or something, so I don't want to be responsible for distributing out to 5,000 delegates every 5 days. That's really hard to do. So I'm going to use something like Drip Drops, and then you just need to pay the claiming fee. Just as you are in the redemption process, you have to pay a bit of a claiming fee to get it. So from what I understand, Drip Drops will make a bit of ADA out of it, but it's the easiest way to distribute tokens across the network. So what did Andrew write here? So how soon will SPOs begin offering night rewards alongside ADA staking on Cardano? Andrew, it depends on when they receive their first personal melt. I guess that's what it's called. Drip Drops is set up to help SPOs distribute it to their delegators via instant rewards for distributing rewards from actual midnight blocks that will need to wait until midnight mainnet is launched. So when midnight mainnet is launched, I'll get the tokens and we'll work it out from there. So you just have to wait a bit. I'll let you know. Don't worry. Cardano with Paul. Hey, Paul. Good to see you here. Did you want to? I don't know if you can join this, but if you can, I don't know if you can. I'm doing it from OBS. If you could join, it would be great. Did you do a live stream? I saw that you were. Be careful on DEXes. There isn't much liquidity on the DEXes yet. Yeah, that's so right, Paul. We've been watching the liquidity here on Minswap, and this price impact has been decreasing. So when we first started the live stream and I managed to get a swap price prediction, I think that's the right word, it was at 47% price impact, and that's been dropping as liquidity is coming in. So it's looking a lot better now. A Bluba Gamer, a Booba Gamer, I think that's how you pronounce it. How can you get a node? How can you get a node? How do you get a midnight node? Well, if you want to run a midnight node, yeah, there's you Google it, I guess. Here we go. They're the docs. These are the docs that I've been following here. So if you want to run a node, it's pretty easy. It's a Docker. So if you've got some level of technical expertise and running Ubuntu and servers and whatnot, you can use this documentation here to follow how to set up a midnight node. The other side of it, if you can just run a midnight node and run on that side, but if you want to connect it to the Cardano side of things, you'll need to run a Cardano stake pool. Now I've got a video on that somewhere. So Cardano stake pool set up passive income. There it is. So I've got this video here. You can follow this video here. It's on my other tutorials channel. It's on my tutorial channel, but this takes you through the entire setup of a Cardano node from start to finish using a really cheap piece of hardware. This is what I actually use for mining Midnight as well. I can actually get it up to display. This thing, the brilliant old HP hardware. You can pick one up off eBay for like $350 Australian at the moment. Hang on, let me just play this video. It's got a good shot of it here. There it is. That's it. That's what I use for mining night tokens, and it's one of my Cardano node relays at home. So that's it. You can pick one of those up. Follow this whole video. It will take you through the entire step of setting up a node here on the Cardano side of things. And then you can tie that up with the Midnight side of things, combine them together, and earn ADA rewards and Midnight tokens as well. It is hard to get delegation to your pool though, so I have to put that caveat in. There's a bit to it, but you can start a YouTube channel and try and gain delegates. Do it for 4 years, and you probably get enough ADA delegation to have a successful pool. It takes a little while. It takes a bit of effort. Nico, roughly how much ADA must be delegated for a Cardano pool? Can you explain that? What delegated to what exactly? If you're talking about how much ADA you need delegated to a Cardano stake pool to earn to mint blocks, it's about 1 million, 2 million, 3 ideally. Because if you fluctuate off that million and you drop too low, you probably won't mint blocks. So 3.5 million. Were SBOs that support night rewards, night tokens for only ADA stake? What? Were SBOs that support night rewards, night tokens for only ADA staking? A little bit confused there. But yes, SBOs that support midnight and are midnight node validators will have night token rewards as well as ADA rewards for their delegates. That's from what I understand. There hasn't been more news and stuff about it, but yeah. Assault. When can we claim night? They will be destroyed. They will be destroyed. The price on DEXes. Okay. Been repeating this quite a bit today in general, not just in this video. You can go to this platform here, redeem.midnight.gd, click on redeem, enter in your address here. Once you've entered in your address, you'll have, did I still got it? No. This is the redeem portal, so let me just post it there. Then you can grab your address. Let me just grab it here. Grab your address and it will give you your schedule when you can actually redeem your tokens. So I'm in 56 days, so that's when I'll get my night tokens and I'll get the first quarter of it. Then 90 days after that, I'll get in the next quarter and so on and so on. So that's when you can get it. Nico, staple, yes. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, oof, yeah. 3.5 million. If you can get that ADA delegation to your pool and people trust you as a pool operator and so on and so on, then you can be a successful stake pool operator. And then, you know, you need many more millions. I think my stake pool at the moment, pooltool.io, I'm a single stake pool operator and I'm at currently 56.5 million ADA staked to my pool, which I'm really happy about. So, you know, thank you anyone that's delegated to my stake pool. It's been quite a journey to get to there. I have to say I was really lucky in the early days. I partnered up with 5 other people, 4 other people, 5 of us all together. And one of our team members had millions of ADA. So from the get-go, we had a really good head start. And then we just operated that way, distributing out all the rewards between the 5 of us in proportionate shares. But because the price of ADA went down, the running costs of it didn't work out too well. So unfortunately, we had to part ways. But you know, it's manageable now, and the rewards do cover the costs. But you know, if ADA price was higher, it would be nicer. Even with 56 million ADA on the pool, it's sometimes a little dicey with the price of ADA. Nico, want to run my own? Got to start a YouTube channel. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's just the marketing side of things. It's like you can, anyone can pick to choose to delegate to one of the 3,000 pools out there. So how do you make your pool stand out in front of, ahead of all the other ones? Maybe one of the good things is that you offer ADA and night tokens. Maybe that's a good idea. All right, how long has this stream been going for? I've been going for an hour and a half. I've never streamed or talked this long in such a long time. But you know, this has been awesome. It's been good to see night launch. You know, I've always missed out on some of these big launches, and you know, this is the pattern that I was expecting as well. The FOMO, the buy-in, the massive spike up. What did it get up to here? 20 cents. That's insane, guys. What's wrong with people? So the buy pressure was high, and then people dumped it at 20 cents, and now it's down to 4 cents. That's where we're at. And I think it's going to level out at that and probably drop even more over the next couple of days as more of the night tokens come out. It's not until we need the night tokens for something such as node operations that will go up again. Yeah, thanks for the comments, guys. The emojis aren't working for me in this chat overlay. What do we got here? Okay, yeah, cool. That's it's better on the actual YouTube chat. I can actually see what's going on. All right, let me check the Discord server here. Wow, someone put in 1,200 on Binance. They bought in on Binance at that price. I think it's going to drop more, guys. Pretty much a standard stuff that you see on the Discord server. Just give me a second, guys. I need some water. So if you can see that limited edition lace, what do you call this? Lace drink bottle. Got that rare Evo. Okay. I think we're going to wrap things up, guys. There's not much action here happening. I was hoping for like multiple pumps or something like this, but with the type of liquidity that we got at the moment, I don't think we're going to see much more movement here. Eventually, this price here on Minswap is going to drop as well. If we had deposits open on all the centralized exchanges, deposits and withdrawals, would see the token move around and the prices pretty much marry up as they should across all the different platforms. Just going to check on the, what do you call it, X here, see if there's anything else of major interest that we need to know about. Paul did go live. Awesome. Going live just before 10 a.m. UTC. So what? I think he's turned off. Yeah, I'll check that out. A whole bunch of people have become Midnight Ambassadors now too. So if you've seen this, there's more people jumping in on Discord. So if you do want to become a Midnight Ambassador, there's like a sign up link somewhere on the Discord server. Jump into Discord and you can find the links and you become an ambassador as well. I didn't think there was any monetary payment for being an ambassador, but apparently there is. So I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a salary or anything like that. But if you're from a country that has a lower value in money, yeah, the ambassador program could pay a daily salary for you. It might be very worthwhile. So do check it out. What else is happening on X here before I wrap up? Okay, here it is, live on Binance Alpha. That's good to see. I didn't get to see that live. That's what it looks on Binance Alpha. Kraken, what was that? BitTrue. Oh, BitTrue listed as well. I didn't realize that. That's cool. Lots of political news on my feed. I try and filter it out. If you're not following Cardano Yoda, I highly recommend you do because he writes a lot of really detailed posts about how all this stuff works. I've referenced his posts so many times. This is a nice one talking about how the dust component works as well. So I will go through that later. Bookmark that. Very good content. Have you guys got a snack figurine? I haven't got my snack figurine yet. I don't know if I'm getting one now. I paid for one. Hopefully I get one. Don't know when it will come. All right. I'm going to leave you there, guys. There's probably one more thing I probably should mention, and it's the thing for DREPs in regards to governance. So on ADAOZ stat, there is that new governance action that we do need to look at the moment. So if any DREPs are watching this video, there's the the brand new Treasury withdrawal for the critical integrations budget. So withdrawal of 70 million ADA for critical integrations. I think we need to pay for it and just get it done. I did do an analysis of the metadata, the actual proposal itself in comparison to what it was. They have put in a lot of extra reassurances, accounting, auditing to make it transparent so that we can see where the money is being spent. So we do have that in place as well now. A little bit more direction as to how the money is being spent. There's no clear budgets of like how much things are costing. I think that's all wrapped under non-disclosure agreement. So we're not going to see how much an exchange is being, how much an exchange is charging to have listed XYZ. So I don't think we're ever going to see that, or how much USDC or USDT will charge to be on Cardano. So we're not going to see any of that, but there is a bit more accountability in the whole process as well. So I'll post up a thread about that a little bit later. So if you want to see that, you can, or you can just pull it through AI and you can see it yourself as well. Anyway, guys, let's wrap things. I think I've gone for long enough as it is. Let me just check the chat one last time. Nice, I'm jealous of your lace bottle. Yeah, it was kind of a rare little thing. My like sushi stickers all over it now, so it's not in pristine condition, but you know, it's nice to have. Love that joke, Ada fan. Yep. Thank you for being here. Do you think many people outside of Cardano actually claimed their Night tokens? I think they did. I know a lot of people outside of the Cardano ecosystem complained about things not working as they expected. I know a lot of people have come in on Discord having no idea what's going on as well. So I do know there's a lot of interest. Definitely a lot of interest in general. All right, guys, let's stop it there. I can see my frames dropping here on the live stream and everything slowing